Welcome to the podcast about Cleanroom Cranes. Danny, can you tell me more about yourself and Cleanroom Cranes?
Yeah, I'm Danny van Deuzen. I'm the former MD of Mennis Dongen. And within Mennis Dongen, we started Cleanroom Cranes in 2011 as a special branch, special company. And up till now, we have only been growing and growing. So I'm, let's say, at the beginning of this great company.
Good. Cleanroom Cranes, what is it and what does it?
It's a dedicated company specialized in lifting devices, equipment, and especially cranes for, let's say, clean room environment, controlled environment, everything to do with clean environment.
Okay. And what kind of products are there?
Well, mainly we are producing cranes, overhead cranes, chip cranes, self-supported cranes, portal cranes, and all those cranes are specially designed for this specific environment where if you don't bring any contamination in, you don't have to take it out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of markets do you serve?
It's a wide market. I think our largest market is semiconductor market, but food is growing, pharmaceutical market is growing, aerospace. We are happy that we have been supplying some nice hoist cranes to a large European aerospace company. And of course, other high-tech affiliated.
What kind of requests do you get from your customers?
Well, it's a difficult request because they are most of the times not so familiar with cranes in their production. So it's more or less trying to get in contact with the customer and trying to explain why they should need a crane in their production, and then especially a clean room crane. And if they understand our story and what kind of specific material and product we are supplying, they understand it, and then they really want us or need us.
Okay. And what kind of advantages for them?
Well, although every market has their different demands, everything is based upon getting or not getting contamination into their production facility. So specific materials, specific clean or not contaminating products. In some markets, specific materials are not allowed, like copper or galvanized product. We use a lot of stainless steel. We use a lot of aluminium. We are not using chains or steel wire ropes for lifting equipment because those should be greased. And when you add grease, you also add all kind of other, let's say, contaminating stuff like dust, for example. We're using special belts or ropes.
Okay. And do you only sell cranes and hoist products, or do you also do service? Or
No, of course. When you sell a crane, which is a machine, to be honest, those also need service, maintenance service. Although our product has a good quality, they need to be a replacement of a belt, or you need to inspect the brake and all those things. That's something you do as well. And you know, it's something else than if you go into a very dirty machine shop. You know, everything is grease. We go in with a nice, clean, almost white boiler suit, and all our tools are cleaned. And the same counts for that. You know, if you don't bring in any contamination, you don't have to take it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And about we're talking about the markets, but do you do this worldwide?
Yep. Yeah, we do it worldwide, especially on the semicon. We got some large customers, and we do this together with our local partners. They know what is required with regards to rules and regulations. For example, earthquake protection. We don't have earthquakes, but when you're talking about Taiwan or Silicon Valley in California, there are a lot of earthquakes.
Yeah.
They know the language, they know the culture, You need those people in order to be successful in those large markets.
And they sell the cranes. Do they also do the installation, or is it the team from?
It's depending a little bit on where you do the cut. Sometimes they do the complete project. They also do the installation of the crane track. Yes or no, they are doing after sales service. But it's a little bit. There is a diversity in their service they offer, but the majority of our resellers are doing everything.
And where is the headquarters based?
Eindhoven.
In Eindhoven,
Yeah,
okay.
of
So
course.
it's Dutch.
In the middle of the high-tech area in Holland, yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So next to the big tech semicon companies.
I think we know them all already as customer.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell anything about a customer example?
Yeah, it's always a little bit difficult to talk about customers because they're really protective. But if you say we are working together with a huge company in Veldhoven, which is of course pride of Holland, then probably everybody knows who I'm talking about.
Okay. When I need more information or I have a clean room in my company, where to go?
Cleanroomcranes.nl. That's our website. I think you find any kind of address. Also, the worldwide partners are there, and reach out to us.
Good. Final question. Anything to add to the listener, watcher about Cleanroom Cranes?
Yeah, well, it's great to be active in such a really specialized environment where there's a lot of high tech needed, and meeting the customer demands is quite a challenge, but always great to meet them and to be part of such a supply chain.
Great. Thanks very much for this podcast. If you have any questions, let us know on the website or whatever. Thank you.
Thank you, Michel.